here, new here, I'm Kaniti, and if you're already watching this channel, welcome back. Today we are going to watch 14th episode of anime Code Geass, so let's get to it, let's go. Okay, let's see. Mm-hmm. Okay, a bit of a reminder of everything that happened and the consequence of his actions. I think we talked about it already. About the consequences. Yeah, that's the moment we ended on, where it seemed like Shirley actually saw a part of his face. So I'm curious to see where this will go. Because as I mentioned before, often in like anime or manga like this, where a character hides his identity, especially like there's a love interest, and like in Detective Conan or from the same author, a manga about some kind of phantom thief or something, the love interest would come close to finding the identity, but then still the main character would be able to somehow gaslight, how it's called, the love interest and make her think again that like it's not them, it's someone else. So I'm really curious to see where Code Geass will go with this. Will this be just a cliffhanger for the end of the episode, and once we start this one, it turns out she didn't really see his face, and he manages to kind of get away somehow without revealing his identity, because these lyrics, very interesting. Yeah, because it will be very peculiar to see like the change in the relationship, the feelings that Shirley will have to struggle with. Geass versus Geass. Interesting. If she finds out like that's Lelouch, so she will be torn between these two feelings: the romantic feelings she has for him and the hatred she has for Zero. So it's already resolved. Yeah, so it's possible. Okay, there's a little mystery here. Because she could see that it's Lelouch and kinda not be able to shoot him, obviously, because of this, and be conflicted. But she still has the gun. And she's crying too, so. But someone was. Okay. Dude. Yeah. Well, there's some similarities between her and Yuffie. I mean, like in demeanor, so to say. They are both so soft. Oh, the kitty. Hmm. The cat has decided to end the call. Wait, but he did see Shirley. I'm pretty sure he also hesitated because he saw her, right? Yes. Yes. Yeah. He's kind of right on the money, I feel like. Yeah, and she thought, oh, that's someone who knows me, right? Abnormal? What is this food? So, yeah, they're obviously talking about Suzaku. But don't you think caring about human lives is normal? Yeah, so he's going through Shirley's things. Well, she has it on her body, probably. Well, that's not abnormal to kind of stop writing your diary after such a traumatic event, right? Well, obviously she likes him if she kissed him, so it's not too surprising she has his photos. So we're assuming she went there from that? Okay. That's her dad's photo and the gun. Wait, should I remember this guy? I feel like maybe I saw him before. No. Yeah, he has doubts. He realizes that Zero must have done it. Yeah. Oh, I think he was there until They were told to fall back, I think. This is what? She has a nice outfit. What is going on? It's like interesting. She's trying out new styles. And it's like she has such a cute look, but her voice is still like and low and well, not specifically give an order to kill her father. That was the consequence, how it was told in the beginning. So he was there. Did she shoot Villetta or what? Yeah, and she also saw his identity. What? How did she realize it? What? Did she kill her? She didn't survive? There was no body there? He took it away? This escalates a lot. Seduced, dude! You are taking it a bit too far. She was emotionally unstable in that moment. I don't think he likes anybody, to be honest. He maybe even actually likes her a little. What? Obviously, he wants to get some goal with this by affecting her. Wait, he is him. What? Huh. That's very strange. And the episode was called Geass versus Geass. That's her phone. It's so cute. Striking. He knows a lot. Wait. She recognized him. Mao. I definitely didn't have his name before. But I wonder. I feel like maybe I saw his face somewhere already. No? It's been a while since I watched previous episodes. So their duel is on the board. Because you can't win against in chess or so Mao is very good at chess. I guess it's implied he's a good strategist. And we could see that already in his actions too. No. That's the why he covers his eyes. Why did you come to this conclusion immediately? But did he use Geass on her? Oh, that's Violetta's body. It's here. Oh, it's interesting because they are actually enemies. They are on the different sides of the. But her eyes seems normal. And did he also get it from CC? I feel like he could also achieve it with just his psychological manipulation without the gears even. Because he was just talking to her and his eyes were covered. Yeah, that's a good phrase. Well, she did shoot Villette, but looks like she survived. Oh, he put the photos in his pocket? I wonder why. He just stole them? And he obviously wanted to get rid of Zero, of Lelouch. He was looking for her? He was listening to the recording of her words? He is a bit obsessed with her. from the heart of it. Okay, that's a bit mysterious. I feel like he's some kind of third force by himself. Well, you only got some hair. That's okay. Did he use the gears on her and made her forget some things? And she asked like this. They're still in the same school, so he couldn't make her like forget everything about him. Because they're still going to meet in school. But she said you also lost someone, so she remembers that she lost her father. But he probably made her forget some of the things like him being zero and stuff. So yes, but I like how they actually went through with it. That she saw his face and that she realized that it's him, and we saw the consequences of that. And that was very interesting to see her feelings and how she struggles with it. So I really enjoyed this episode. But in the end, he still like thanks to the Geass here. He got out of this situation by seems like at least he made her forget that he is zero. He made her forget some important things. He said that he lost a friend and it felt like she was talking to him a bit impersonally, like she lost even like his feelings for him maybe, but it's a bit early to say. I guess we need to see more of their interactions, but I think it would be strange for her to forget Lelouch completely, and then he comes to school and she would be like, who is this? And their friends would be, what the heck is wrong with you? You don't remember him? So probably he shouldn't have done that, because that would be very strange and suspicious. She would like everyone would be like, you had memory loss, you don't remember Lelouch. So obviously he just made her forget only some parts, but I feel like their relationship was very interesting, and I feel like maybe he didn't have like a crush on her, but he did like her a lot. So like if they were in a normal circumstance, like normal world, just studying in school together, I think theoretically they could with time become a couple. So like he would like her enough to gradually get more romantic feelings for her, right? Even though if he wasn't there yet, I feel like yeah, he could be interested in that. And he obviously cared about her a lot, right? As a very dear friend, as he said. And she asked, did you like her? And he was like, I'm not sure anymore. So I feel like yeah, his feelings were conflicted a little bit. So well, feelings can be very complicated, so I feel like it was very interesting. But even if he can resolve it here, there's still Villette. Am I saying her name right? Yes, Villette. And she was shot by Shirley, and she saw everything. She saw Zero's identity, she saw his face, she saw obviously Shirley who was there and shot her. Like yes, So she knows a lot that she could relay. But to whom? To his name is Ogi, right? He is like kind of a leader of our resistance. And I also found it interesting how he is on the different sides of kind of this war with Villetta, but he probably like didn't realize this, didn't recognize her as one of these how are they even called? Britannian mech captains, I wrote down. Well, as one of Britannian mech captains, maybe he didn't recognize her, but he just thought, oh, there's some person who is kind of barely alive. I should check if they are okay. And then he already, we saw, had some doubts in Zero. He probably wouldn't agree with Zero's decision of just like murdering a lot of their allies for some benefit of the general cause. And we saw that he was already kind of thoughtful about this. So it looks like the gears are starting to turning also with Ogi, and if he learns also the true identity of Zero, it could also lead to something. And obviously, we don't know if Villetta survives yet. If she tells him yet, this is still a bit ambiguous, but it looks like the plot is kind of picking up more and more, so that's interesting that we are actually having some development on this, and yeah, some consequences. That's pretty cool. I really like that. And finally, we have Mao. I'll write him down. I feel like it could be implied by his design and by his name that he's Chinese. So it could be possible to assume that maybe he was living in China and CC met him there, and now he went here because he was searching for her, obviously. But he seems to be some kind of, well, I don't want to say neutral, but it's not like, it doesn't feel like he's with Britannia or with the Resistance or anything like that. Like he's his own force, and his motives might be a bit unclear. It looks like he did want to get rid of Lelouch, and he knew a lot about him. He knew that Zero is Lelouch. He knew that he likes chess. He knew a shit ton of stuff, and about like the keys and the shot, everything. So he is very good at finding information, and he was obviously interested in Lelouch. But this interest might have come from his connection to CC, and we see that Mao is very like into her. Either he has romantic feelings for her, or he's kind of obsessed with her. There's obviously some connection, and so we can assume that she at some point gave him these Geass powers, and they also spent some time together. Like she's spending time with Lelouch now, and that led to Mao developing some feelings for her. And I think it was implied that the earphones that he has on are constantly replaying the phrases that she was saying at some point, and he misses her a lot. That's why he listens to her voice. So that's a bit of a mystery, like their backstory, but that's just everything that I can assume for now. And I guess his motives of getting rid of Lelouch might also be like to sever CC from him, or like I didn't feel like he's on Britannia's side. He wants to get rid of Zero. No, it seemed more like all of his motives are connected to CC, in my opinion. We'll see how it develops, but that was a very enjoyable episode. A lot of stuff has happened, a lot of stuff was implied, a lot of kind of little mysteries were brought up, but nothing that I can really talk about anymore. About Suzaku, there was some mysterious dialogue. Like, did he imply that Suzaku is a replacement for someone? So there's also some character that should have been in that mech. Did they mean that? And also how she said that Suzaku's care for human lives is a bit unnatural. I think that's a strange statement, but I'm sure she meant like it's a bit too much. maybe, I'm not sure, like I feel like you should care for other humans' lives, but yeah, I feel like the anime here is trying to imply something about like Suzaku's personality, Suzaku's backstory, some of his trauma, maybe something like that. So yeah, it's a bit sad that the storyline with Shirley seems to have come to an end, because it was actually very entertaining in terms of the character kind of development and the struggles with their feelings and their decisions, and I really liked how they made it with Shirley, because obviously she loved her father very much, so she was torn between these two feelings towards Lelouch now, but she still couldn't get over not only the fact that she loves him, I think, but also that he is her friend, because among these photos there were also photos of all of them as friends, so I felt like she also didn't want to lose that. So her friendshipy feelings for him and her romantic feelings for him, that was too big to just murder your friend and someone you like, so you care too much for him. I guess there's also a realization, yes, the consequences of his actions have killed her father, but it's different if like he just took a gun and shot her father, right? It would be completely different. So it's not like he has a direct intent to do so, right? So I feel like that's also an important factor here. But yeah, I'm a bit sad that she kind of made to forget everything, because I felt like they could go on with her remembering everything. It seemed like she was ready to kind of keep silent about this and just continue their friendship and bear this burden, but he might have wanted to release her from it. Maybe he didn't want to have any loose ends in terms, of course, of someone knowing his identity as Zero, but also he might have done it for her, so it's kind of easier on her and she doesn't have to suffer with this. So it's also pretty interesting. Okay, so there was a lot to talk about in this episode. I really enjoyed it a lot. We'll see what next episodes we'll have, but that will be it for today. So please share your thoughts without spoilers, of course, in the comments down below. Thank you for watching and see ya.